Hey, what's going on, everyone? Today is January 6th, 2026. It's TechWares, fresh off of the first day of CES 2026, and Nvidia has announced the latest update to their Nvidia app. This update brings DLSS 4.5 super resolution support through the beta app, the Nvidia app beta version. Also, that's their latest Game Ready Driver, plus upgrades to the Nvidia Broadcast, new G-SYNC Tech, and G-SYNC compatible displays. So first, with the DLSS 4.5, it's going to be adding a second gen transformer model for the super resolution, improving image quality in over 400 supported games and apps, with 6 times dynamic multi-frame gen MFG coming in spring for the RTX 50 series. That's going to be pushing to very high frame rates in demanding titles. Also, to use DLSS 4.5 super resolution today, you must opt in the Nvidia app 11.0.6 beta in the settings menu. You go to settings, you go to the about section, then install the new GeForce Game Ready Driver. That is 591.74. That is the Wickle driver via the app or on GeForce.com. Also, new Nvidia app controls. The Nvidia app now exposes DLSS override options, so you can apply the DLSS 4.5 super resolution globally or per game. You just select new L and M model presets with M tracking. That is the latest. Tune scale and quality. You can enable DLAA in titles without going inside the in-game toggle, and control frame gens for the RTX 50 series. Version 11.0.6 also migrates the remaining Nvidia surround settings from control panel. That is, it's going to be improving the advanced Optimus diagnostics by showing full app names, adds a debug mode that temporarily disables all overclocks, and includes an advanced developer toggle for profiling and slash debug tools. That means Intel still migrating all the options from the obsolete now, a legacy control panel into the Nvidia app. Also, for the Nvidia Broadcast 2.1, it's going to be improving the virtual key light effect, so it runs on GeForce RTX 3060 and newer GPUs, handles a wider range of lighting conditions, and offers broader color temps controls. It also uses an updated HDRI base map to better mimic a 2-key light studio setup, giving webcams a more professional lighting look for streaming and video calls. Now, Nvidia also introduced G-SYNC Pulsar and Ambient Adaptive. G-SYNC Pulsar debuts as Nvidia's next-gen VRR display tech. It combines variable refresh with variable frequency backlight strobing to reduce stutter and blur and improve motion clarity. With Acer, AOC, Asus, and MSI Pulsar monitors available starting January 7th, actually, just tomorrow. These Pulsar displays also introduce G-SYNC Ambient Adaptive Tech, which automatically adjusts brightness and color temps based on the room lighting. And they are the first G-SYNC monitors built with MediaTek scalers instead of discrete G-SYNC modules. The new G-SYNC compatible and driver notes as well. The driver also validates 63 new G-SYNC compatible monitors and TVs, including 2026 LG and Samsung OLED TV lineups, plus standout models like the Samsung Odyssey G6 and the high refresh QHD monitor and Asus's 5K ROG Strix with a 330 hertz, 11440p mode. Users can download the GeForce Ready 591.74 Wickle driver on the Nvidia app, or they can go on GeForce.com. Nvidia also redirects anyone encountering any issues with the new driver to their feedback forums. And also, you can check out the full release notes on the website as well, on the GeForce website as well. that's really it, guys. Kind of a big update, maybe mid update, but um, yeah, it's pretty significant update. I think, in my opinion, as Nvidia continues to port over all the options from the legacy Nvidia control panel to the new Nvidia app. Take care, everyone. Peace. Let me know what you think in the comments.